Yo, what's the dealio, man? Listen, you already know what time it is. You know I got a straight banger for you guys today, all right? So we got a trade of the day today. I want to finish off the week with a trade of the day. I also have a lesson of the day for you as well, right? So I'm going to give you the trade. I smacked Oracle today, all right? Let's see where we hit them for today. I actually traded Oracle a couple times, but on this one particular trade, where we at? Right here. As you can see, yeah. So we hit Oracle for 21%. I think I traded them twice today. And it was a nice trade, beautiful trade, all of that good stuff, all right? So if you're watching this, be sure to like this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel, all right? Now, before we get into the subject matter of this video, I just got to shout some people out, man, from the Discord, all right? It's a beautiful thing. This has been an amazing week, and I got to highlight all the wins from this week, right? So check this out. First up, you already know we got Shadi, right? She smacked 104% off of Tesla, okay? And then we got Alchemist right here, 89% off of Apple, all right? Who else we got? Sidejack, what's up? Smacked Alibaba for 470 bucks. Come on now. Right? We got Terrell. He smacked Applied Digital for 700%. 793. But 700%. Where are you getting these returns at? All right, we got Ashley A. She hit Lululemon for 111%. Listen, we do this every single day. Look at Mrs. Ed right here. 250%. I call open. Boom. Right? 250%. Shali hit Marvel, another 100% trade. Swell Hunter, shout out to Swell Hunter, man. 167 on UNH. JD, Palantir, 30%. Our guy G Dollar, man. Salute G Dollar. We got 90% trades on Alibaba. Ever since he learned the strat, he been going crazy with it. All right. Ashley A, she hit another 100% trade on Amazon. All right. Listen, we do this every day, y'all. We do this every single day. So be sure to join the Prosperity Collective, join the winning team, and let's get this money. All right. So with that being said, we have a trade of the day. I told you I smacked Oracle for 21%. So let me break this down for you guys first. When you have a stock, and it gaps up a ridiculous amount, it is almost certain that that stock is going to be coming down. All right. Now, sometimes the stock may stay up for a minute, right? And then what's going to happen is it's going to put up a fight. The buyer's going to fight. And then once it gives out from that support level, it's going to go to the downside. All right. So I've been trading Oracle since earnings, right? And so you got to understand that if a stock doesn't have continuation to the upside, what's the only other option it could do? Come to the downside. All right. And that's what Oracle been doing. It's been coming down. So it was really like a layup, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the charts, and I'm going to break this stuff down for you and show you how I made 20% on Oracle, and it didn't take a long time at all. I was done trading. We traded in the Discord probably about an hour. All right. So let's go to the charts. And let me break this stuff down for you guys, all right? So, as you can see, we got Oracle right here. All right, we got Oracle right here. So, let's break this down first. Let's go to the daily time frame real quick. All right, so you see they gapped up. This was earnings, gapped up, right? They went from 243 all the way to 319, and then blasted off to 343. All right, best day in history since 1992 for Oracle, the company, right, in the stock market. Now look what happened. The next day it sold off. Next day it sold off again, taking profits. Okay, so let's go to the 30-minute. Let's go to the past couple days, right? So look. When it ran up, it rejected. So this was a resistance level right here. Came down right there. That's a support, right? And then look what happened. Opened up yesterday, broke below it, came above it, came below, down here. So now we at 304, okay? It opened up right above 304, which was the support level, right? And then look what happened. We had a 3-bar to the downside right here. That was the first 15 minutes of the yeah, let's go to the 15. First 15 minutes, we got a 3-bar right here, okay? So what I saw was, we had a fair value gap, right? So we had a fair value gap. I believe it was on a 5-minute time frame, a little bit lower, right here. Okay. So I had marked. It was actually right here, and right here, right. Boom. So I had marked it, and I was taking this off the 15-minute time frame, but I took my entry on a smaller time frame. So I let this candle closed, right? So it closed below this 200 EMA right here, right? But a lot of times when stocks come down like this, they could bounce off of this orb and go to the upside. So what I did was I said, let me wait until it comes up here, and if I see a rejection, then I'll take entry, right? So it came up, I went down to the 5-minute, right? And then I saw it started rejecting here, right? Off the first 5-minute, and then the second candle, you see it came a little lower, and then it started to come lower, right? So when back to the 15-minute time frame, when I saw on this candle, when I saw it reject right here, I waited until it got under this purple line, which is the 200 EMA, and I took an entry, right? So what I'm gonna do is, so I waited, and I waited until it was right under here, and that's where I took entry at. Okay, right there. All right, I took entry right there. Right, entry. So now then what happened was, so then my target was the low of days, right? So from here, 300, and it was, I think I got in right under $300 as well. I did, because I was talking about that inside of the Discord. I said once we get below 300, that's a psychological level, right? So boom. Yep. Right there. All right. 300, and then it was all the way down to 299.27, and then it came lower, right? So I said this would have been my target right here. So this would have been my target right here off of this type of trade, right? So this would have been my target. I'm gonna put target, right? And the beautiful thing about Fridays is we did 0 days to expiration. And because we did 0 days to expiration, you don't need a big move to make a lot of money, right? Like you do not need a big move to make a lot of money with 0 days to expirations. So we initially broke below $300, and then we had came back up, right? We closed right there, right at $300.44. Then we came back up. It rejected. I tried to enter in right here at first when I started to see it's rejecting it, but it was coming down with some force. So then I got in right here, right at $300, right? And my price target was right here at $299.22. Doesn't seem like a big move, but I'm telling you guys, if you sit here and you put, if you could get 20% every single day in a trade, it's only a matter of time until you become a millionaire, right? Some days you may have bigger days, some days you may have bigger trades, but you got to keep it consistent, right? So that was my price target low of days. So it came down, and then it came back up, came down, and it just kept bouncing right here, back to the upside. So I thought it was gonna break through. At the time, it wasn't. So I was like, man, it looks like it's bouncing to the upside off of this orb right here, right? The bottom of this orb right here. This red line is a 15-minute orb. If a stock does not break below the orb, it could reverse and it could go back to the upside. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to take this 20% because we're at this orb and it's not breaking through. It's not breaking through. As we can see, it did break through, but it wasn't at the time. And it was looking like it could have been bouncing off and going to the upside. So what I did was I just took profits right there. Right? Took my profits right there. Okay? And that was 21%. Very easy trade. Now, it did come here and it did come here, right? But I was able to get another small piece right here. It came back up here to this fair value, got rejected, and then I got another little piece right there, right? But at the end of the day, on 0 day to expirations, you do not need a lot of movement to get big profits, right? So smack them, smack the firm today as well, but I want you guys to understand the biggest lesson here is understanding why this trade was so effortless is because we had no levels, right? If you go to the daily time frame, look, we have no levels. We have no levels here, right? We may meet some resistance here at 274, or we could potentially fill this whole gap right here. We don't know yet. But this right here, whenever we come down here, or we could come down to the 9 EMA right here and bounce. But when we're looking at it on a shorter time frame, I knew the daily, how it was looking on the daily, and I just kept saying, okay, let's go. And then also, when you look at this, you can say, okay, a down move here, and then we have a bear flag, right? Some may say that that is a bear flag right there, okay? And as you can see, boom, and then it came down here, all right? So you don't need a lot of movement on Friday to be able to make a good amount of money, all right? Fridays, I don't try to go super crazy and super heavy if I'm trading 0 days to expirations, because the 0 day to expirations, they could really kill your gains for that week, right? So on Fridays, I like to look at setups going into the next week. I may take some trades with next week's expiration out, but 0 day to expirations, I don't go super crazy, but I do, you know what I'm saying, I do secure the bag in that regard, all right? So we hit Oracle, right, for 21% on that trade right there. It's been a beautiful week. This week has been life-changing for so many people in the stock market. So if you made some money in the stock market, salute, shout out to you. Let me know in the comments as well. All right. Now, tomorrow we got the small account challenge video, and I got some good stuff for you guys in that one right there. All right. So like I always say, make sure you get up out of your head and go get into this world, because your head is a dangerous place to live. All right. And also remember, y'all, the more you study, the less you worry. All right. I appreciate y'all time. I'm going to see you guys on tomorrow's video. Y'all stay smooth, man.